It was a bright afternoon in Arizona in October 1940. The sun hung high, bleaching the desert floor, turning the road into a shimmering ribbon of heat. Tom Mix, silver hat gleaming, boots polished, the biggest cowboy star the silver screen had ever known, was behind the wheel of his shiny green Oldsmobile Accord convertible. He wasn't supposed to be driving that day. He had been warned. The roads were slick from an unseasonal rain. But Tom Mix never listened to warnings. He lived for speed, for spectacle, and for the thrill of the ride. And in less than 5 seconds, it all ended. Not with a shootout, not with a horseback chase, not even in front of a camera, but alone, tangled in twisted metal, in a ditch beside a lonely stretch of highway just outside of Florence, Arizona. Let's go back to that day, October 12th, 1940. Tom Mix wasn't just a movie star. He was the original cowboy legend. He had over 300 films. He was a man who could lasso a tornado if the script called for it. He wore a 10-gallon hat with a diamond-studded T on the band, rode a horse named Tony, who always got top billing, and always wore white gloves. He didn't just play heroes, he was one. To millions of kids who watched him leap from cliffs and outrun bandits, Tom Mix was invincible. But by 1940, the silent era had faded. Talkies had changed everything. Mix's booming voice and dramatic flair didn't translate well, and the studios moved on from him. He wasn't broke, but he wasn't king anymore. So he hit the road with the Owl Barn Circus, riding elephants, cracking whips, and signing autographs. It wasn't Hollywood, but it kept him in the spotlight. On October 12th, 1940, he left the circus grounds early. He had business to do in Phoenix. His friend, Mabel Normand, who is also a silent film actress, was supposed to ride with him, but she stayed behind, and it was lucky she did. The green cord was powerful, over 150 horsepower, sleek, low to the ground, perfect for a man who loved attention, but dangerous on wet roads. He took US Route 80, cutting through the desert. The rain had come and gone quickly, leaving pools on the asphalt. And then there was the curve. A gentle bend near a small bridge over a dry wash. Nothing treacherous, unless you were going 70 miles an hour. Witnesses said they saw the car fishtail. One moment it was hugging the road, the next it was airborne. The cord hydroplaned, skidded off the shoulder, flipped down an embankment, and rolled like a toy tossed by a child. When it stopped, it was upside down, crumpled against a mesquite tree. Tom Mix was still inside. Now here's the part that might make your skin crawl a little bit. When rescuers reached the wreckage, something strange caught their eye. Amidst the broken glass and bent steel, a suitcase lay open nearby, and inside, clothes, papers, and a heavy .38 revolver in a leather holster. Investigators pieced together what might have happened. When the car flipped, the suitcase broke loose from the back seat. Tumbling in the chaos, it slammed into the back of Tom's head with brutal force, right at the base of the skull. That blow may have killed him instantly. Even if the car crash hadn't been fatal, that suitcase might have done the job. Some reports say it broke his neck. Others say it caused massive trauma. Either way, it was a grotesque twist of fate. A simple piece of luggage flung forward by physics, becoming the instrument of death for the greatest cowboy of them all. His head was bleeding. He wasn't wearing a seatbelt, but nobody did back then. And worse, he wasn't wearing his signature hat. It was found yards away, pristine, as if it had leapt clear of the car crash on its own. A passing motorist pulled over. They tried to help, but Tom was barely conscious. He mumbled something. No one knows exactly what he said. Maybe Tony, maybe cut, maybe just a groan. An ambulance, it arrived, but it was too late. He died en route to the hospital, and the official cause? Severe head trauma, blunt force, a freak accident. The great Tom Mix, killed not by outlaws or wild animals, but by a patch of wet pavement, his own need for speed, and a suitcase full of clothes. The world mourned. Newspapers ran frontline headlines like King of Cowboys is dead. Kids cried in theaters where his old films played. Even John Wayne said, "We all owe him one." But here's one of the creepy things. When rescuers reached the wreck, Tom's hand was clutching the steering wheel, but his other hand, it was frozen midair, index finger pointing forward, like he was still directing the action. As if, in the final seconds, he thought it was just another scene. Lights, camera, action, and then it cut to black. There is a memorial at the crash site today. Near the intersection of US Route 80 and Arizona State Route 79, just south of Florence, there stands a simple but striking monument, a 6-foot-tall stone shaped like a movie director's clapperboard. Carved into stone are the words, Tom Mix, King of Cowboys, died October 12, 1940, near this spot. It was placed in 1950 by fans and fellow actors, funded by donations from old Hollywood hands who remembered what it meant to the West, to film, and to the American myth. The site is quiet now, just scrubland, distant mountains, and the hum of occasional traffic. But if you stand there, you can almost hear hoofbeats, or maybe that's just the wind through the mesquite trees. And every year, someone leaves a white cowboy glove at the base of the stone, as if to say, "You're still on set, Tom," and the show goes on. Thanks for watching today. This is the Daily Pastcast, and if you like today's story, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and come back every day for more stories of what happened on this day in history.